During his time, he was a young man, and we don't know who was influencing him or managing him. So, with the exception of Drake, I say, everyone needs to be held accountable. Now, I just found out and posted on my Facebook page as well as Twitter about this, like, black icon basically. He was a big part of fashion design in, like, 20 years ago. Dapper Dan, he works for Gucci. And him and Gucci is supposed to have this meeting, like a town hall meeting, to address the people. But I'm like, I don't think it's really anything that you can say, because if I be like salute or cracker, or with the Hispanics, you know, cockroaches, or called, like, the made like slanting eyes we got in the Chinese people, or said anything about gay people and called them faggots, I don't think that I would be able to explain that. And although, black people have made great strides today, it seemed to keep getting demoted. You know, um, I guess that we will never be respected as a culture in some people's eyes and by their actions, because sometimes I watch these TV shows and they have commercials where Oprah is saying that she pulled out her black card at a store, and LeBron James was called a nigger. And these is well educated, established, successful black people. I remember when Jay-Z was trying to move in this building, how the neighbors took a petition to keep him out. You know, we have the police attacking us. We don't have any leaders really standing up for us to say, hey, we will not accept this anymore. The days of Martin Luther King is long gone. And, we can't talk about 400 years ago. We got to talk about today and how we can really, demand our respect, as a people, as, American people that came here to America, some by force, and some that, it's just by force, and contributed to this country. Now, I have biracial family members. I have white friends. I like people in general. And I try to be mindful of my behavior, because I don't want to apologize. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I don't want to say, oh, I meant. I don't want to do any of that. I want to behave myself wisely and respectful towards everyone, because I might not like the shade of their color. I might not like their lifestyle, but I clearly do owe every individual walking on this earth respect. And, we don't get any respect as a people. And it's just something has to give. Something definitely has to give, because, and you talk about depression, you talk about the environment. My environment where I live today is not depressing, because I live around wealth. I live around cleanliness. I live around, working productive people. I live in a peaceful community. I'm not harassed. But when I go down the street from the community that I came from and lived in all my life, It's like, it's heartbreaking. When I turn on the news, it's heartbreaking to hear about my people being done the way they are, not facing justice, but we actually have vigilantes taking justice into their own hands, the militia. It's heartbreaking, to see, Gucci and Prada and them having blackface and monkeys on their products, and even Katy Perry with her shoes. That's just jet black now. And we ain't nothing jet black over here, baby, but my hair. But anyways, outside of that, these things to me is so depressing. It's like I'm finding out pregnant women are getting killed, women who are incarcerated, brothers who are incarcerated, and we don't have the president of the United States saying anything. We don't have our black leaders saying anything. It's like money rules everything. People has truly sold out us, the people, especially the poor, for the dollar bill. And I commend Souljaboy. I think he needs to change his name to Soulja, because he's a soldier. You understand? Even he seen the wrong in that. And even he said it's not about money because he got money. It is about respect. We're blessed to not go through what our ancestors went through. No, we're no longer picking cotton. We're no longer getting hosed down in the streets. We're no longer enslaved. However, we are just barely making it. You understand? We are barely making it. And we will never make it to the tune of what I see around me. I see multi-million-dollar homes, multi-million-dollar cars up in people's driveways. Like, it ain't even gated. It's just wealth in this community. But it's not my wealth. You understand? It's the people who established this town, which is primarily Jewish. You understand? But I said that to say this. We can't hide behind dollars for our dignity. We cannot hide behind living our life, living our best life. We all get a turn. We all get a turn. God come through and he decides who's going to be celebrating and who's not daily. So today, you might be able to go into that store and buy thousands of dollars from a brand like Mayweather, like Kodak Black, whom I like both of them. I like that they made it out the hood. I like that they are successful black men. I love that. But I don't love when, we don't show every culture that we're united, that we are valued, that we value life, that we value ourselves. I don't like that, guys. But, this is the time I feel to take a stand. I can't say that the judgment is good because it's not. You understand? And it may hit their pocket and affect them, and then it may not. But how will we know if we don't try? If we don't show them that we're not willing to spend our dollars in their stores. We're not willing to spend our money to be disrespected. We won't know. And another thing is this, that I wish we all could come together as one. a people that is united, a people that turn unto us our own culture, that look unto us, you know, we be upset because how they look at us. But when we have our own men calling us out our names, sisters just twerking, showing their ass, it's like, how can you demand respect? But I demand respect every day. I don't care about that sister you think you know. And I'm not mouth almighty, and I'm not anyone's Billy Badass. But I do demand my respect. I do make sure that I give respect, and I demand my respect. And I will not pay to be treated bad by anyone. You know, I know you see some of my videos, and I like to have fun. I'm serious. I don't have a script in front of me. I get on YouTube and talk like everyone else. But I think this is the time, you know, for us to unite as one, regardless of how we feel. If we can put the BS behind us and just stand together to show people what we are willing to accept in this world as a person, as a being, because that is what the Martin Luther King civil rights struggle was for and about. How you want to be treated, how you should be treated, how you are expected to be treated. That is what the Colin Kaepernick kneeling is about. Everyone said, well, you shouldn't mix politics and sports. They do this shit behind closed doors. They mix politics and sports. You know, we're the one up in Roz, but they have in secret binding agreements that only they know about. And, you know, I think it's time that we show people, again, the power of the dollar. Like they shut down the transportation system in Montgomery, Alabama. You know, the Wonder Bread and all of those, like, businesses that was getting our money. We can show these people, you know, we don't have to spend our money with them. We don't have to spend our money with them. But what we do have to do is start creating things to spend our money in the places that we create in our communities. We don't own anything. Shame on us. But I don't believe they would sell it to us anyways. And if, you know, I just don't believe that. You understand? Because it was so much red tape and, you know, so much evil done behind closed doors and on paper, which is the biggest evil. You know, today we are being killed by the paper, systems working with systems in disguise. And what I was going to say earlier was about how, you know, the Corey system. The Corey, it blacklists you. You understand? And that's like you're unable to work. You understand? And it's a long process to get your record sealed. But how much more trouble can you get into? It's not a fair system because even though they say it's sealed, people still have access to it that work for different departments of the United States. So you can always get a job, but it will not be a job, a good paying job, making a nice salary, earning a nice salary. I know because I went through those doors, and I know that I'm a very intelligent woman. I'm serious. I show up. But something stops me. And what stops me is that past record. Well, guys, I just want to say that something has to give. We're going to have to take a stand. And we're going to have to make a decision. And you know what? We got to do the right thing by ourselves. Or we're not going to have a strong culture, because civilizations become extinct. You understand? Civilizations become extinct. So we have to decide how we're going to save our race in truth. In truth. Because, you know, it's heartbreaking what's happening in this world to the black people. And I don't want us to be angry about the approaches, but I know that there must be an approach that, you know, is going to suffice for the black Americans that came here, that, you know, fought for civil rights, plain and simple. Okay, guys, thank you for listening.